Do you know that I think the biggest challenge I find with the leadership concept is balancing, I think maybe we've talked about this on the podcast before, but balancing aspiration with relatability. So like yesterday is like, if every day was like yesterday for the rest of my working days, I'll work forever.
Yeah.
It's fucking the best.
Nice.
Like check-ins, programming, train.
It's because I presented in Standout PT. So you didn't have to do as much.
Rewrote all of our landing pages, so got to
Yeah.
like get in and build and fuck with stuff. Had 3 really cool conversations with 3 cool people. Didn't get to present in Standout, so it's maybe not the perfect day. Let's call it 9.8 out of 10. But Jason's
No, but you got to listen to me present.
Jason's presentation was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It was check-in day, and I wrote some like social content and stuff. Didn't have to do any video editing. So like, if I could do that every day, awesome.
Yeah.
But the last 3 to 4 weeks have actually been really struggling to get going. Like even just the thought of going in my office have been like,
Yeah.
like our heater's not working, the fire's on. I'm like, I could just work from my laptop, or I'm just like, it's been a real grind to get and just do the basic shit, let alone extend. So it's like, do you come out and talk about, I went through a little bit of a, I don't know, it wasn't even anything wrong.
Just
it was
lack
just
of flow.
dull. Yeah, it was just other
yeah.
stuff going on in my life, as you know,
Yeah.
that I was just like, there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
And I just don't have the tunnel vision that I would normally have.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 days in a row, the 6 a.m. alarm, got the 2 hours of undisturbed work, did my morning routine, which is working.
Doing the shit that you have to do.
I had a cup of tea, actually. And I might have opened my journal for 4 minutes.
Cheat code. It's a journal, man. It's just, it can't take fucking 2 hours.
That's it. So, yeah, and then on the back end of that, like last night, she was like, my wife was like, oh, fuck, you just like, you're yourself again. Because last week she was like, what can I do for you? Like, you just feel not yourself.
You know
like,
what?
I don't know what
We didn't have that. We didn't have the 13th week, bro. I'm telling you.
Maybe. Yeah.
Sometimes you think it's
gotta
good at the
force it.
time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I've got next week off. So.
it's like a deload.
Yeah.
We're like reactively deloading in life.
You have to proactively deload.
Yeah. That's cool though. And that happens with everybody. And I think that's why I put a post on my threads about my new mentality towards my work life, and it's just not having rules.
Working when
If I feel good to work, like sometimes I'd be like, I think you know how you were like yesterday, like something's changed and I can see it, and I was like, I don't know what it is. I think I had rules when I moved to home where I was like, well, I need to start to work like a normal person.
Yeah.
Because we always worked like morning and night. Well,
Yeah.
in fact, we actually worked all the time because it was like morning, night PT.
Yeah.
Had to work in the middle of the day, and then you kind of had some overflow at night time.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, now that I work at home, I have to have this like regimented life where it's like, work between 8 and 4, like be home and present when Steph gets home and we can eat dinner together and blah, 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 blah. Don't work weekends.
Yeah.
And it just like turned me into like an unproductive, it made me not as productive as I would like to be.
Yeah.
And then I just had this conversation with myself and I was like I said the other week, like Steph comes home from a day of work and just goes, I have to work tonight. And then it's like the next night, I have to work tonight. And on the weekend, I have to work on the weekend. Like, and I was like, I fucking can just work whenever I want.
Yeah.
This is not, I don't have to have these rules where 4:30 nothing gets done.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, fuck it. If I feel like I'm ready to work, I'll work. So Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Like that's what I did all weekend. Just worked. But I had my niece and nephew during the week. I did fuck all. And I was like, it's kind of just, you're just like topping up when you're at your best.
I think when you're in, the word is flow. You can call it voodoo.
Flow is everything.
When you're in flow, you have to fucking stay in it.
Yeah, you ride it out.
There's been so many times where like Amy will come in like, oh, how long are you going to be? Like 5 minutes. And then like an hour and a half later, you come out and she's like, hey, sorry about that.
Sometimes if I'm in a flow and Steph interrupts, I'm real short with it.
Yeah.
I don't mean it. I'm just like, this is so valuable. You don't understand what it's like to be in this. Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like, let the dinner go cold. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I've got it. This is gotta happen.
Yeah. It's the quality. It's like that. It's that impact, right? The best quality in the least amount of time.
Yeah.
That's how I am grading my impact to my work. And flow is usually at its highest when that happens. So I need to make sure that that is uninterrupted time, and I try and just write it out. And then there's times where I'm just like sit at the computer. It's funny because yesterday, is it yesterday Monday? No, Monday. Bro, I did nothing.
Useless.
Oh, you were like, no meeting. And I was like, sweet, I'll, kind of get to the day. I didn't start my day till like 12.
Yeah.
And work till like 6.
Yeah.
But up until 12, I sat at my desk.
Yeah.
And just did a bunch of nothing. Yeah. And I was like,
you should have just gone to play golf.
Yeah. But then I was like, well, it was worth me doing the stuff on the weekend because I had that flow.
Yeah.
And I know the quality was good.
And now it's not here.
And then if I did it in the morning, it would have been shit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the philosophy that I've taken now to, and then that'll evolve to the point where I'll like, Monday I won't do anything and I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll train and play golf or whatever because I know that it's just not going to be good time.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's an evolution though.
Because you can get into a trap too of like, because you're telling yourself you shouldn't be working, even when you're in flow, you stop. And you start to make these own weird, like you said, those weird rules of yourself. It's like, it's 5 o'clock. Like I shouldn't be in here anymore.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking go on, bro. Go.
Yeah, and I just look at other people that I admire, and I'm like, they're more successful than me because they just work when they work.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to it.
Do you find you work in bursts or are you consistent?
No, I don't work all day.
But I mean, even like over a month, I feel like there's windows of time.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like,
it's just
fucking animal.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where it's just like, I don't have it right now.
Yeah. I usually, if I've got a lot of time sensitive stuff, like it'll be jam packed.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that's like not time sensitive but you should do, that'll be just hit and miss. But that stuff's usually more creative.
Yeah.
And that is hard to do.
Yeah.
When you force it.
Yeah, I think my roles probably has more of that.
Yeah.
So it's like
the campaign stuff's very creative for the content.
Yeah.
And if you want to put a lot of effort into it, you have to be in the right space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just taking advantage of it. But like I know people are going to listen to that and be like, well, I can't work all the time. I can't just drop it and work and do whatever. And that's totally fine. It's just something that's worked really well for me.
Yeah.
And I just acknowledge that our life, Steph's life and my life is going to be dedicated to our career.
Yeah.
And us and each other.
Yeah.
Like we've chosen that our life is us and our jobs.
Yeah.
So why should I have a set schedule?
Weird rules around it.
Yeah. Why should I make these rules for myself? Like I should just work when I feel like it. I've set that up for myself and I'm just going to ride it until it doesn't work.
I like it. I think if you have more interruptions, like our life is obviously very favorable to be productive. Like we've built our lifestyle around it.
Yeah.
You've still got clients and all that kind of stuff. And even like when we have these conversations, I always think of like people like Jess, and even like shout out to Big Max at the Performance Hub that like have young kids and run businesses and stuff. It's just like and again, if you're 19 and you have 40 fucking clients, when the time is available to do the thing, do the thing.
Yeah.
I think Jess said something about that, Voldemort. You got to mention. On her stories or something the other day, either she said it to me or just like posted it on socials in a call, but just that she realized she'd fallen into a trap of like, I have time to do that Wednesday and I'll allocate it.
Yeah.
It's like, do it now. Because you don't know what's going to happen Wednesday.
Yeah.
You don't know if your client's going to call in sick and you need to move them, and then all of a sudden that's a full day and there's a fucking meeting you forgot about and it just turns into shit. Yeah. So if you have it now, just fucking go. Do the thing.
Yeah, and I've definitely taken that philosophy. Like my week is so top heavy.
Yeah.
I got asked to play golf on Monday. Someone else wanted to catch up and I was just like, if it's Monday and Tuesday, I can't commit to anything. Yeah, it's just like it's so top heavy, dedicated to like my clients and the coaches and you guys. So it's, and I don't know what could happen. Like my niece and nephew last week was like Wednesday, Thursday.
Yep.
man, hats off to anyone who's got children, especially between like 5 and 7, because they just like need stimulation all the time.
So I saw a reel the other day that I didn't send to you, actually. I forgot.
Yeah.
I was going to.
And if you're not battle tested, because I'm not, what's hard work?
They were talking about the exact thing that you're experiencing with them. Like, they only want to do the thing for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The toy and the game isn't the game. You are.
Yeah.
And it was actually Ryan Holiday from Daily Stoic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who he is.
Nah.
He's got a few books. It's like modern. He basically takes the old Stoic books.
Yeah.
And rewrites them in easy to understand English.
Yeah.
And then gives modern application as well. So he built his name off posting every day a Stoicism quote and interpreting
cool.
it into
Actually,
life.
you know what? I think I might have seen these. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good. He's been on Rogan and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so it was him, and he was like, once I realized that, I just stopped getting pissed off about it.
Of course.
Because it was like, would take me longer to get the blocks out and put them away than we'd actually spend doing the blocks.
Yeah.
But the kid is just, you unpacking the box is the thing.
Yeah. And you're just being there.
It's just the engagement factor of it. So
yeah, it's true. It's like when we went to the park. Like Steph's like, I've taken them to the park and they're there for 10 minutes, and then I played with them and we were there for like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's because of that.
They want you, not the thing.
Yeah. But yeah, if you front load your week, like I didn't have that anxiety on the Wednesday and the Thursday that I wasn't doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get enough done. Like everything got done. So I think that's a pretty powerful way to operate.
Yeah.
If you've got shit to do.